Another video. Today we're going to have a brief look at foam rolling, and we're going to look at how we can foam roll different muscles with science literature dropped in there for you guys to help you understand why and how we can use foam rolling to improve your fitness as well as your recovery. Fascial release technique that is generally regarded as a therapeutic post-exercise treatment that aims with recovery and repair. There is still evidence being produced on the benefits of foam rolling, but generally there is a consensus that it improves range of motion around the joint, decreases DOMS, improves flexibility of a muscle, and as well as improve pre and post muscular performance. So when foam rolling, you should be looking for it to take at least more than a minute and a half on 3 to 5 sets to get the best benefit out of this, as doing it for a quick burst and only once or twice has shown to have no real added benefit to your performance or fitness. So we're going to start with our lower legs first and work our way up to see how we can foam roll different muscles. The first one we're going to look at is the calf. So the main muscle here is going to be the gastrocnemius that we're targeting during this foam roller. To begin with, we want to place the foam roller at the distal aspect of our lower leg, just above the ankle joint. Roll down, bringing the foam roller up our leg just to below the knee joint. We want to make sure that we do not cross the knee joint, as we can compress arteries and nerves, and we kind of want to avoid this and just focus on relaxing the muscle. You want to point your toes away from you, so have them in plantar flexion. This will stop the gastrocnemius from being stretched and can reduce the pain a little bit and help with stretching and massaging the muscle. To increase more pressure during the movement, cross your non-working leg over the top, and you can use this to apply more pressure during the movement. So having your leg in a neutral position will target both muscle bellies of the gastrocnemius. But if you want to target, say, the medial head of the gastrocnemius, then you would look to internally rotate your leg, placing more effort onto the medial head of the gastrocnemius. If you feel like your lateral head of the gastrocnemius is tighter, then you can externally rotate your leg, and this will focus on that area more. So next we're going to have a quick look at how we can foam roll the hamstrings. To begin with, you want to place the foam roller at the distal aspect of your hamstring, which is just above the knee. Going through the full range of motion should take you just up to below the hip, making sure that you don't cross over the hip joint just yet. You can cross your other leg over just like with the calves, and that can apply more pressure to the movement. By having your leg in a neutral position, this will target all 3 of the hamstrings. If you were to internally rotate your leg, you would place more effort onto the adductor muscles. Whereas if you were to externally rotate the leg, this will put more pressure onto the biceps femoris, the most lateral muscle of the 3 hamstrings. Flipping over now onto your front, we're going to have a go at relaxing those quadriceps. Again, this time you'll be placing it just above the knee joint and rolling it up to just below the hip joint. If you feel a bit tighter on the lateral aspect of your thigh, then you can externally rotate your leg, and this will place more pressure onto the vastus lateralis, which is your most lateral muscle of the quadriceps. Having your leg neutral will place most of the pressure onto the rectus femoris, the most anterior muscle, and if you use to internally rotate your leg, then this will put more pressure onto the adductors as well as the vastus medialis. So to target the glutes, it's going to require you to have a little bit more mobility than the other exercises, because here we have to flex the hip and the knee with a little bit of internal rotation at the hip as well, so that you can bring the ankle of the leg that you're massaging in contact with the opposite knee. So you won't be going through as great a range of motion than the other exercises, but you still need to do it with control and take your time so that you can find those tender spots and focus on them to get the best benefit out of the exercise for you. As we move up the body, it's a little bit harder to utilise the foam roller to help relax some muscles. However, there are 2 good exercises that you can use for the foam roller. The first one is to target the Latissimus dorsi, with the second one targeting most of the muscles of the back, but mainly the Erector spinae. So we're first going to start with the Latissimus dorsi exercise. So the lat one can be a little bit difficult to get right first time, but with practice it's definitely a beneficial one that you should incorporate into your rehab or your relaxation program after training. Mid-back, so not too low but not too high, as we're looking to target the upper portion of the Latissimus dorsi, so where it goes into its insertion. Other side, you want to contract them to adjust how much pressure you put through into the foam roller and your muscle. You can also use your hands to support yourself with the movement and as well with adjusting the pressure that you apply. You want to take the movement right up until the shoulder joint, making sure that you don't cross the shoulder joint though. So this last exercise will cover quite a few muscles and can really help with improving extension of your spine. You want to place the foam roller just above the hips, and the movement is going to take you all the way to the base of your cervical spine. It's crucial during this whole range of motion, as you don't want to rush over the muscles and go too quick. Your chest can protract the scapula, allowing you to target the rhomboids a little bit more if these are a sore muscle for you. So that is the end of the video. I know it is quite a quick one and a whistle-stop tour through how to foam roll some muscles, but it's more about you playing around with it and finding what works best for you whilst incorporating some of the science literature so that you get the best out of this exercise for your recovery as well as your performance. Make sure to leave a big thumbs up and subscribe down below, and I'll see you in the next video.